Hi, my name is Jake Thompson. Thank you for joining me this week on another edition of the Weekly Fumble, where I will bring you the top 4 college football games of Week 7. Let's get it started. Tennessee rolls into number 21 Auburn today. It's going to be a tough game for Tennessee. They came off of a bye last week. They just got destroyed by 26 points against Georgia 2 weeks ago. But Auburn, last week, they lost. They only put up 9 points on the board against Mississippi State. Mississippi State's defense is not that good. Auburn just had a down game. I think they're going to come into this game today. I don't know how confident they feel. Tennessee coming off of a bye. You know Jeremy Pruitt will have his team ready. I think through 3 quarters, Tennessee will play with Auburn. But I think in that 4th quarter, I think Auburn will pull away and eventually win the football game. But watch out, because Tennessee might give Auburn a scare today. The next game, number 19 Colorado visits USC, and USC is favored by 7 points, which means absolutely nothing, but USC is not even ranked. It surprised me to see that USC was not even ranked. They're playing Colorado at home. I understand Colorado's a good team. They're 19th in the country. They know how to pass the football. I think that will get the job done today. And I like Colorado on the road to beat USC. It's going to be a tough environment, but I think on the road, Colorado's playing good football, and they'll win the football game over USC. Now the next game, number 15 Wisconsin goes into number 12 Michigan. This is a huge matchup in the Big Ten. College football playoff implications. What more can you say? In Michigan, we know it's tough to win there, but Wisconsin did it. I think 2 years ago, they were ranked really high, and Wisconsin beat them 14-7. I think the score was in 2016. Can they do it again? I think with the crowd, I think it's just too tough. Inside Michigan Stadium, the crowd gets into it. They start playing. They get rowdy. They do things that they need to do, Michigan, on offense and on defense. And I think they might make one more play than Wisconsin. And I like the Michigan Wolverines to win today at home. Now, the big game, well, the big game for me depends on who you ask, but the number 2 Georgia Bulldogs visit the number 13 LSU Tigers. A huge game in the SEC. Both teams still control their own destiny. Remember, LSU lost last week to Florida on the road. It doesn't matter. If LSU wins out, they win the West, and they play for an SEC championship. But if they lose today, it's going to be tough against that Georgia team, and that defense is nice. Is one of the best defenses in the country that I've seen. Flies to the ball, does everything right. You know, they're a little shaky at times, but in the second half, you haven't been able to do anything on Georgia's defense. Well, the second string. But it should be a fun one today. Ed Orgeron has these guys ready. Kirby Smart has these guys ready. We'll see, but I think this is going to be hard-nosed, smash-mouth football in the SEC. Watch it. It's going to be an awesome game, 3:30 on CBS. I think that Georgia comes into this game with a chip on their shoulder. I understand LSU just lost. They're very hungry. But I think Georgia, this is a huge game for them. The next 4 weeks are brutal. LSU, they get a bye. Florida, Kentucky, and Auburn. Those are 4 brutal games for Georgia. They get past all of them. They'll be in the college football play. Well, they should be in the SEC championship. And if they win that SEC championship, they'll be in the college football playoff, no doubt. But I like Georgia. I say by, and I hate to say this, but I say by 17 points. I think Georgia does everything right, and they have a great game. And I like the Bulldogs to pull off the win. Thank you for joining me this week on another edition of the Weekly Fumble. I'll be back next week. I'm Jake Thompson. Salute.